Hello students. So in the last class you learned what are different types of pronoun, and we studied relative pronoun, which is used to relate to a noun, and the noun to which it relates is called antecedent, right? Now today I will teach you one more relative pronoun. In the last class we studied who, whom and that, which, okay? We studied about that, which, who and whom. Now there is one more relative pronoun which is whose, okay? Now what is whose? Whose is actually the possessive case of whom. Possessive case is the case which shows ownership, ठीक है? Possessive का मतलब होता है ownership या फिर belongingness. तो ये जो whose है, it is possessive case of whom. Who is also a relative pronoun and whose is also a relative pronoun. Now let's have a look at the example. If the sentence is he is the boy, then I've written whose parents died. Okay, so here what is whose? He is the boy whose parents died. So here whose is the relative pronoun. Here whose is not the interrogative pronoun because it is not used in question form. It is used in a simple sentence, and here whose is used to talk about this boy. So this boy is the antecedent. Antecedent कौन हुआ? This boy. Okay, this boy is the antecedent. Now I told you relative pronoun is used to relate to the noun to which it relates. तो ये जो whose है ये किसको relate कर रहा है? The boy को. किसके लिए use किया हमने whose? Boy के लिए. So this whose is relative pronoun. अब किसके parents? किसके पेरेंट्स? बॉय के पेरेंट्स. तो पॉजेसिव केस किसका हुआ? बॉय का हुआ. तो बॉय के लिए हम क्या यूज करेंगे? whose. It is not necessary that we use whose only for persons. We can use whose for things also. See the next example. This is the clock whose pendulum is broken. Okay, whose pendulum has broken. Fine. This is the clock whose pendulum has broken. So pendulum, किसका pendulum? Clock का pendulum. So here clock is the antecedent and whose is the relative pronoun. Okay, तो ये whose क्या हो गया? Relative pronoun हो गया. ये possessive case है किसका? who का. और वो who किसको represent कर रहा है? clock को. यहाँ पर किसके pendulum की बात हो रही है? We are talking about the pendulum of the clock. So here we will use whose. Okay, so whose can be used for both persons and things. Now one more important point, very important point, possessive case of indefinite pronoun one. अब one अगर हम सुनते हैं तो one is you can say, ये one एक नंबर होता है देखा जाए तो, but यहाँ पर जो one है here it is a pronoun. ये one जब pronoun की तरह use होता है then what will be the possessive case of indefinite pronoun one? Okay, one is what? It is indefinite pronoun. What are indefinite pronouns? I told you, something which is not specific. For example, someone, everyone, no one, right? So someone, everyone, no one. So this one is what? Indefinite pronoun, because we don't know whom we are talking about or what we are talking about. If I say someone, do you know whom am I talking about? No. In general I said, right? Indefinite. So the possessive case of this one is ones. Okay, the possessive case of indefinite pronoun one is ones. For example, one should obey. Now here four options are given: his parents, her parents, one's parents or their parents. So here what should I write? One should obey his parents is correct answer, or should I say one should obey their parents, or should I say one should obey her parents, or one should obey one's parents. So whenever you see indefinite pronoun one written in the sentence, then the possessive case of that pronoun will be ones. These will be wrong. Okay, so the correct answer is one should obey one's parents. Okay, one must respect one's nation. I hope you have understood this. So this was a very important part, and the last part of pronoun is the case of pronoun. Now these cases are again very important. So Let's have a look. What are these cases all about? Cases of pronoun. Cases of pronoun. Okay. Now, very important part is cases. Now, what are these cases of pronoun? See, we have different cases. And what is the use of these cases? We use them at different places in a sentence. Like in a sentence, we have three parts. First part is, I'm writing a bit of it here. First part is subject, the second part is verb, and the third part is object, right? So a sentence has these three parts. So when we are using a pronoun in the place of subject, then we will use subjective case of pronoun. That is I, we, you, or as the case may be. So subjective case is used in place of subject in a sentence. When we use a pronoun in the place of an object in a sentence, then we will use objective case. So I have written it is used in place of object. Okay. So this is very important, right? So you only tell me, I am writing one sentence here, I teach he or him. What should I write? This is which place? This is the place of object. So in the place of object, shall I write subjective case or objective case? So in the place of object, I will write objective case. So he is wrong, I will write him. Okay. Similarly, in the place of subject, can I write me teach him? Is this the right sentence? No. Here me is the objective case. But I have to place a subject over here. So subject should always be in subjective case. So I will write I teach him. Fine. So I hope you have understood what is the use of these cases. So let's get back to the table and understand all of them one by one. So subjective case is used in place of subject and objective case is used in place of object. Possessive case of pronoun. Remember one point, possessive case means something that shows ownership or belongingness. Okay. For example, I say, this book is mine. This book is mine means ये book मेरी है. So मैंने मेरी है ownership बताई तो I have used mine. That is the possessive case of pronoun. I can also say, this is my book. इसका मतलब भी यही है कि ये book मेरी है. बट अब माइन और माई में क्या डिफरेंस है? माइन इज पजेसिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन, सी, बट माई इज पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव. नाउ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पजेसिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन एंड पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव? द डिफरेंस इज दैट पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव्स आर ऑलवेज फॉलोड बाय नाउन्स. तो आप देखोगे इनके आगे हमेशा एक नाउन आता है. तो यहाँ पर नाउन आ रहा है बुक, तो ये माय क्या हो गया? ये माय हो गया पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव. ठीक है. लेकिन आप देखेंगे दिस बुक इज माइन, क्या माइन के आगे इज एनी नाउन कमिंग आफ्टर माइन? नो, नथिंग इज कमिंग. सो दिस इज पजेसिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन. सो आई हैव रिटन दीज आर नॉट फॉलोड बाय नाउन्स. एंड व्हाट अबाउट पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव्स? These are followed by nouns. Okay. Now most of the students, they have a confusion. They think that my, are, these are also pronouns. No, these are possessive cases of adjectives, not of pronouns. But ये जो line है ये होते हैं pronouns. Mine, ours, yours, his, hers. So I hope you have understood what is possessive case. So let's get back again to the table. Then the last case is reflective and emphatic case of pronoun. Reflective and emphatic, reflexive I have already explained you. What is emphatic? I have already explained you both the types of pronouns. तो ये कैसे फॉर्म होते हैं? जब भी ऑब्जेक्टिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन यानी कि ये वाला, इनमें जब भी हम सेल्फ या सेल्व्स लगा देते हैं, सेल्फ विल कम इन केस ऑफ सिंगुलर एंड सेल्व्स विल बी एडेड इन केस ऑफ प्लूरल. तो जैसे मी है, ठीक है, चलो ओके, रिमूव दिस ताकि आप कंफ्यूज ना हो. रिमूव दिस, सिंपल सी बात है. आप इसमें सेल्फ और सेल्व्स, तो जो भी सेल्फ या सेल्व्स वर्ड होते हैं वो होते हैं रिफ्लेक्सिव और एम्फेटिक केस, एंड आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड यू द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. सो लेट्स हैव अ लुक फास्ट. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट फर्स्ट पर्सन सब्जेक्ट, फर्स्ट पर्सन अगर हमारा सब्जेक्ट फर्स्ट पर्सन में है, फर्स्ट पर्सन कौन होते हैं? द स्पीकर. हु आर द फर्स्ट पर्सन्स? दे आर द स्पीकर्स. ठीक है, स्पीकर जो होते हैं वो फर्स्ट पर्सन होते हैं, तो अगर वो सिंगुलर है तो हम बोलेंगे सब्जेक्टिव केस में आई, एंड अगर फर्स्ट पर्सन में हम प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं सो वी विल यूज वी. What is the objective case of I? It is me. And what is objective case of we? It is us. Then what is the possessive case of first person in singular? Possessive case is mine. I का possessive case क्या होता है? Mine होता है. और we का possessive case होता है ours. ठीक है? And what is the possessive adjective of I? I का possessive adjective होता है my. And it will be followed by any noun. My house, my car. ठीक है? इसके बाद में हमेशा noun आएगा. And if we talk about possessive adjective of we, plural, ठीक है, तो ours में से when we remove s it becomes our. तो our is possessive adjective and it will always be followed by a noun. इसी तरह से इनमें अगर हम self या selves ऐड कर दें, singular के साथ self ऐड होता है and plural pronoun के साथ selves ऐड होता है, तो we get reflexive or emphatic cases. Same is the case with second person. The only difference is that in second person we have सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल, बोथ द फॉर्म्स आर सेम. इसमें तो सिंगुलर आई था, प्लूरल भी था, लेकिन सेकेंड पर्सन में ऑलवेज सिंगुलर और प्लूरल सेम होता है. तो आप यहाँ पे सेकेंड पर्सन कौन होता है? सेकेंड पर्सन होता है जिससे हम बात कर रहे हैं, द पर्सन स्पोकन टू, और यू कैन से द लिसनर. लिसनर होता है हमारा सेकेंड पर्सन, ठीक है, जो हमारी बात सुन रहा होता है, जिससे हम बात कर रहे होते हैं. सो यू इज सेकेंड पर्सन. इसका पॉजेसिव ऑब्जेक्टिव केस भी यू होता है, चाहे मैं सिंगुलर सेंस में बात करूँ चाहे प्लूरल सेंस में बात करूँ. ठीक है, पॉजेसिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन यू इज योर्स, ठीक है, एस आएगा इसमें. एंड पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव इज योर, इसमें एस नहीं आएगा. एंड इट विल ऑलवेज बी फॉलोड बाय अ नाउन. इसी तरह से इसमें सेल्फ अगर हम लगा दें तो वो सिंगुलर केस ऑफ रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रोनाउन हो जाएगा, और अगर हम सेल्फ लगा दें तो वो प्लूरल केस ऑफ reflexive or emphatic pronoun as the case may be. ठीक है, so yourself and yourselves. Then comes third person. The third person is the person spoken of. ये कौन होता है? the person spoken of, यानी कि जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं वो होता है हमारा third person. तो singular के केस में it is he, she and it, and plural third person is they. Then if we talk about the objective case of he, it is him. So objective case of she is her. Objective case of it is it. Now it is used for things, she is used for feminine gender and he is used for masculine gender. Then they is a plural third person pronoun. Is objective case of they is them. Let's talk about their possessive cases. Possessive case of he is his, she का hers, it का there is no possessive case of it. But अच्छा they का is theirs, ठीक है, theirs. If we talk about possessive adjective, तो he का possessive adjective होता है same, his. यहाँ पर both the cases possessive pronoun and possessive adjective are same. But in case of she, possessive case of pronoun is hers, but possessive case of adjective is her. यहाँ hers में से s हट जाएगा और her रह जाएगा. अब आपको लगेगा कि मैम इसमें हमने s क्यों नहीं हटाया, वो सेंसिबल ही नहीं था. इसके केस में सेम रहता है, बट फेमिनिन के केस में hers और her होता है. यहाँ पर इट का कोई पॉजेसिव केस ऑफ प्रोनाउन होता ही नहीं है. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव इट्स, तो इट्स इज द पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव, इट इज नॉट अ पॉजेसिव प्रोनाउन. वन मोर थिंग, मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हैव अ कंफ्यूजन, मैम इट्स भी तो होता है, इट्स ये भी तो होता है, ये इट्स अलग है और ये इट्स अलग है. ये इट्स तो है हमारा पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव, ठीक है, ये तो है हमारा क्या, पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव. लेकिन ये इट्स की बात करें तो इसका मतलब होता है इट इज. एक्चुअली दिस इज द शॉर्ट फॉर्म ऑफ इट इज, ठीक है. ये जो है इट जो है, इट्स ये तो होता है हमारा पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव. ये इट्स हमारा पॉजेसिव प्रोनाउन नहीं हो सकता. एक वर्ड होता है, इस तरह से हम लिखते हैं, ये इट्स क्या होता है, ये इट्स शॉर्ट फॉर्म होता है इट इज का, इट इज. तो अगर मैं बोलूँ इट इज रेनिंग, ठीक है, तो मैं इसको और भी तरह से लिख सकती हूँ, मैं इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकती हूँ, इट्स रेनिंग, ठीक है. तो ये इट इज का शॉर्ट फॉर्म होता है इट्स, ठीक है. सो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. मेनी पीपल मेक मिस्टेक्स, दे थिंक दैट दिस इज अ प्रोनाउन. फाइन. So the next thing is, it में अगर मैं self लगा दूँ तो we will get the emphatic और reflexive case. And the last is they, they का objective case होता है them, इसका possessive pronoun is theirs, and if we talk about the possessive adjective, so if we remove s from theirs, it becomes their, it is a possessive adjective. And then when we add selves, them is a plural word, so we will add selves over here. We cannot write self, self नहीं लिख सकते हम क्योंकि self सिर्फ singular में use होता है. So we get reflexive emphatic case of plural pronoun third person they. So here we have completed this table of cases of pronoun. Now it's time to discuss the module exercises. So first of all, we have ask yourself exercise given on page number 26. So ask yourself exercise given on page number 26. The first question is, nobody but dash was present. So you have to fill the given blanks. So the answer of the first question of ask yourself of page 26 is nobody but he. Nobody but he was present. Then, because we are taking subjective case as the fill in the blank is given in place of the subject, then we often cheat dash. We often cheat ourselves. Okay, the correct answer is ourselves. We will use ourselves in case of we, and if it is I, then it is myself. Fine. Then question number 3, I saw dash when I got up. I saw myself. I saw myself when I got up. Because I is singular, so we are going to use singular case of reflexive pronoun. Then fourth question, dash is my house. Now house is singular, so we will use that is my house because those is used for plurals. Those is used for plurals. Then fifth, the students of the class are talking among dash. Now here the students of the class, definitely we are talking about more than 2 students. So we will use one another in this case. Each other is used only in case of only in case of 2 people. Then we have ask yourself exercise given on page number 27. So on page number 27, ask yourself exercise. The question says you have to fill in the blank with a suitable word given in the bracket. So you have to choose the right word. Question number 1, dash book are you reading? So here for book you will use which book are you reading. Where is used in case of place. Okay, where are you going? But here we are talking about a thing, so you will use which over here. Then second, the man dash I invited is my friend. So here you will use the man whom I invited. Whom is used for persons. Which cannot be used because which is used for things or animals. Fine. For human beings, we can't use which. Question number 3, he did not buy dash of the 3 pens. Here we will use any of the 3 pens because either is used only when 2 options are available. But in this question, we have 3 pens available, so we will use any over here. Then question number 4, he must not praise dash achievements. For he, we use his. Possessive case of he is his. So we will write his achievements. And question number 5th of this exercise, dash of them is doing his duty. So here we will write every one of them is doing his duty. Okay, remember one thing, possessive case of everyone is his. If we use only one, then the possessive case will be one's. Fine. So this is very important point, you need to remember it. Alright, so the answer of 5th question is everyone. Then we have the module exercises and the exercise number 1 of your module given on page number 28. Page number 28, the module exercise 1. Page number 28, here answers are already given in your module, so we are just going to discuss about those questions. In question 1, you have to choose the correct alternative. So 4 options are given from first to question number 8. You have to choose the right option. The first question is, the receptionist in the office gave an appointment slip to. Now here blank is given in place of the object, so you will use me over there. You cannot use first option I because I is used in place of subject and me can be used in place of object. So we need to use the pronoun in place of object. So that is the answer. So the first answer is me. Second, the driver of the truck lost dash keys, lost his keys. Okay. Here he cannot be used because we are talking about possessive case. Whose keys? So his keys. Fine. Third, Sally and a friend bought dash empty bags. Now again, whose empty bags? Their empty bags. So their is the answer. Possessive case of plural third person. Okay. So Sally and a friend, they are both third person. So third person possessive cases in case of plural, we'll use their. Sally and a friend bought their empty bags to the recycling center. Fourth, we really enjoyed dash at the carnival. So what is the case that we use for we? We use ourselves. Fourth, ourselves. Okay, reflexive case. Fifth, in case of fifth, dash have you bought today? What have you bought today? What is the right answer? Okay. Sixth, how long have you and Oscar known? Now here we are talking about two persons, so we will use each other. Alright, if it is the case of more than two persons, then we will use one another. Seventh, are John's pencils? So here in the bracket the hint is given far. So for far plural nouns, you will use those. Those are John's pencils. Okay, if it is singular, dash is John's pencil, then you will use that. Then comes eighth question, I have a son dash I love very much. Whom I love very much. So option number A is the right answer. Then you have fill in the blanks. Question number 9, Shivam and Sahil are very irregular in dash habits. Now here you have two nouns, two subjects. So you will use a plural pronoun. So the correct answer is their. Okay, Shivam and Sahil are very irregular in their habits. So answer to ninth question is their. Then 10th. In case of 10th, every man has dash own taste. So whenever you use every, I told you whenever we use every, the possessive case is his or her. Fine. So here again, every man has his own taste is the right answer. Question number 11, the kids spend the afternoon kicking the ball to dash. The kids spend the afternoon kicking the ball to one another is the answer because we are considering more than two kids over here. We are considering more than two kids over here. That is why we are using one another. Fine. Then we have next question is question number 12. Dash did you do then? So here we will say what did you do then? Question number 13. This is an interrogative pronoun. Question number 13. Sophie dash told me that she was going abroad. Now here we are emphasizing that Sophie herself told. Okay, she did not ask any other person to tell about her departure to someone else. Next, question number 14. So here herself is the emphatic case. And question number 14. Don't touch. Okay, herself is a feminine gender. Fine. So we will use Sophie. We know we are talking about a female. So we will use feminine gender, herself. Then don't touch that electric wire. You will hurt yourself. Here we will use yourself. Fine. So next is 15th. The pant dash I bought yesterday is already stained. The pant that I bought yesterday. Okay, that is the relative pronoun you are going to use here. Question number 16. The baby dash nap had been interrupted, wailed loudly. The baby whose nap had been interrupted. Okay, we will write whose because we are talking about the relative case of pronoun. Okay, whose nap. Okay, baby's nap. So whose is the right answer? Then we have question number 17. Now you have to tell the true or false. Personal pronouns are used for persons. It is true. Then question number 18. He, she, it and they are first person pronouns. It is false. They are third person pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. This is true. Then question number 20. Question number 20. Emphatic pronouns act as object to the verbs. So here, question number 20, again, this is false. Then question number 21. Question number 21. Relative pronoun who is used for non-living things. It is false. We use who for only living things. Who is only used for persons. Question number 22. Whom is used in formal written English? Yes, this is true. Who is used in generally, but whom is used for informal written English. Question 23. The reflexes of we is yourselves. The reflexes of we is our selves. This is the reflexive case. Sorry. So this is false. This is false. Then 24th. Reflexive pronouns are also called self pronouns. This is true. They are also called self pronouns. Fine. So here we complete exercise number 1. And now exercise number 2. Module exercise 2 given on page number 29. So the question number 1. First question. You have to choose the correct alternative. If you work hard, success is all yours. Success is all yours. Question number 2. Because yours is what? Yours is the possessive case of pronoun. So kiski success? Whose success? Yours. Okay, we have to answer it in using possessive pronoun. Then on knowing the truth, she herself admitted the mistake. She herself, here herself is emphatic case. Admitted the mistake. Then answer to third question. The old woman could not bear that noise. She could not bear that noise. Then fourth, those pens are yours. Okay, possessive case we have to tell. Okay. The lion ate its food. The lion ate its food. So here we will use possessive adjective, its, and then you will see food, which is a noun. So its is followed by a noun food. So its is what? Its is a possessive case of adjective. Fine. So in fifth question, option number A is the answer. Then in sixth one, let him answer the question. Now here it is a rule of pronoun whenever a sentence starts with let. जब भी sentence let से start होगा, it will always be followed by an objective case of pronoun. हमेशा objective case of pronoun आएगा. ठीक है. So let ही नहीं लिखेंगे. क्या लिखेंगे? Let him. ठीक है. Let him. Okay. Him is the right answer. तो हम हमेशा let के बाद में objective case लिखेंगे. So let him is the right answer. So let him answer the question. Option number D. Let him answer the question. Question number 7. It was, now whenever we, okay, again a very important rule of pronoun. This is a very important rule of pronoun. Whenever we use any form of verb be after it, this is a rule of pronoun. Whenever after it any form of verb be is used, any form of verb be is used. be की forms क्या होती हैं? प्रेजेंट टेंस में तो हम बोलेंगे इज एम आर, इज एम या आर, और पास्ट में हम बोलेंगे पास्ट में क्या होता है? वॉज एंड वर, वॉज वर, ठीक है, इनमें से कुछ भी हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो जैसे यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है इस सेंटेंस में, इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 इट इज़ इट वॉज, तो यहाँ पर वॉज लिखा हुआ आ रहा है। वॉज क्या है? फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब बी है, ठीक है। So this form of verb be whenever written after it will always be followed by, it will always be followed by subjective case, subjective case of pronoun. तो यहाँ जो आएगा वो subjective case of pronoun आएगा. So we will use it was I. Okay, it was I who first agreed to the decision, who first agreed to the decision. So here form of verb be is used in past form, then we will use what? We will use the subjective case of pronoun after that. Fine. We cannot say it was me, me is wrong, we will use it was I. Me will be objective case, we cannot use objective case. Fine. This is a rule of pronoun that you will study in class 7th or class 8th. Fine. So I hope you have understood. So in question number 7, the right answer is option B. The right answer is option number B. So here you have an explanation. Fine. And the last one, question number 8. In question number 8, what is the answer? The trouble is the dash. The trouble is the same as yours. The trouble is the same as yours. This is the answer. Fine. So here we have completed question number 1 of module exercise 2, and the next question is, after question number 8 we have question number 9. We have question number 9. Now, these are subjective questions. Here what you are supposed to do is, you have to correct the following. Some sentences are written, you have to write the correct form of the sentence. The boy itself has spoiled his life. So here the correct sentence is the boy himself. The boy himself. Okay, you will use the emphatic case. Has spoiled his life. So instead of itself, we will use himself. Itself is used for things. Okay. For boy, boy is masculine gender, so we will use himself over here, emphatic case. Then question number 10. He plans to complete his work hurriedly. He plans to complete, this is the right sentence, to complete his work. Whose work? His work. This is what? This is possessive case of pronoun. He plans to complete his work hurriedly. Hurriedly means very fast, quickly. Hurriedly means quickly. Then question number 11. Birds built its nest in trees. So you will write birds build Now here in the sentence its is written, its is used only for things, but for birds we will use their nests. We will use a plural case over here, plural pronoun over here, objective case, possessive case. Birds build their nest. Now this is their nest. Their is what? Possessive adjective over here because it is immediately followed by a noun nest. So birds build their nest in trees. This is the right answer. Question number 12. They all agreed with each other. Now here they is used, it means we are talking about more than two people. So we will say they all agreed with one another. When we talk about more than two persons, we use one another. We use each other only when we are talking about two persons. So one another is the right word. Okay. Then we have question number 13. The horse who won the race is mine. So here the horse, we cannot use who over here because who is used only for persons. So we will say the horse which won the race. The horse which won the race. Now some of you might be having a confusion that ma'am, why we have used which over here, why not that? Because that can also be used for animals and which can also be used for animals. I told you during the explanation of the chapter, whenever we are giving additional information, we will give priority to relative pronoun which. And whenever we are pointing out towards anything, then we will give priority to relative pronoun that. Okay. See, that is a kind of a demonstrative word. Fine. So here we are giving some additional information. If I say that horse that is there is mine, in that case I can use that. But here which is more appropriate, the horse which won the race is mine. So this is also complete. Then we have question number 14 to 16. You have to join the sentences by using the words given in the brackets. In question 14th, I met my friend, he had just arrived. Now here you have a hint given in the bracket. You have to use that hint and join both the sentences given. So how will you do it? See question number 14th over here. You will write, I met my friend. I met my friend. Now here friend is the antecedent I am talking about. Friend is the antecedent I am talking about. So for friend, I will use which relative pronoun? I met my friend. Okay. See the next sentence. He had just arrived. Who had just arrived. See, these relative pronouns, they act like joining words. They act like conjunctions. Okay. So we can use them to join two sentences. I met my friend who had just arrived. Fine. Then the next question is, this is the house, Jack built it. So you will say, see here you are pointing out, you have used this demonstrative word. Okay, demonstrative pronoun. This is the house. Now you will use that over here. This is the house that Jack built. Okay, that Jack built. Understood when to use that and when to use which? यहाँ पर हमने point out नहीं किया था, लेकिन यहाँ पर हम point out कर रहे हैं. See, you have used a demonstrative word this. तो हमने उसको फिर relative pronoun that के through बताया. That house. अच्छा, antecedent क्या है? House antecedent है. ऊपर antecedent कौन था? My friend antecedent था. ठीक है? Got it? And these are what? These are relative pronouns. Relative pronouns. Got it? And the last one. Last question, 16th. This is the road, it leads to the railway station. This is the road. Now here which is given in the bracket, so you have to use which only. See, both are equally correct. You can use that and which, but still, if they have given in the hint only which, then you will use which over here. This is the road which, you will use which over here because in the hint you have been given which only, leads to the railway station. So here the topic is complete. So here all the exercise questions have been discussed and the chapter is over. Thank you.